This is a reading of Brenda's blog titled, Your Future Segments Have This. Dear ones, you probably feel a sense of loss and sadness because you have become a new person. Even though something similar happened when you left your 3D home of origin, it was not to the degree happening now. For you have left not only this 3D life behind, but also the eons of Earth lives that you experienced until now. Even though new you contains segments of past and present Earth lives, those segments do not necessarily include most memories, particularly fearful memories. For you could not create a new world of love if your fearful memories continued to be part of you. So it is you are becoming a new person, someone not of your current or past Earth lives. As you do, you will find new interests. At the same time, you will negate those parts of you that once made up the bulk of your 3D being. You are mourning what was, even though you have no interest in returning to what was. It is much like leaving your 3D community of origin. Even though you might have fond memories of that community, you no longer fit within it, for you expanded your being. So it is now. You are feeling a bit nostalgic, remembering the good times, and forgetting why you initiated this transition. That is not to say 3D was a bad time, but instead that 3D was a different time. Something you can no longer return to. You are a different person in a different time. Even though your 3D memories might be reviewed through rose-colored glasses, those wonderful memories were spiked with fear. You have been enmeshed in 3D fear for so long you cannot remember a time when you were not. So it is your new being, your new life, feels foreign, unwieldy. Not quite right. Where's the fear? And what are these new sensations you cannot understand? You are shifting more rapidly than you can imagine, and not always comfortably so. Think of a 3D Earth birth with the resulting stresses and fears. You are used to 3D fear and pain. These new sensations of ease and grace are stressful because you're not quite sure how to respond. Do you respond as a 3D person with which you are comfortable, or in a new way you have not yet mastered? Many 3D infants and children call upon universal guides to help them adjust. Hence, the secret, invisible friends of children that 3D adult humans laugh about. It is time for something similar for you. Ah, that last concept made you laugh because you know others won't think it odd if you start talking to a wall or a chair. What we're speaking of is requesting assistance from your future selves. For your future selves, now part of your segment totality, know the ending of this tale, so your future segments can help you through your rough adjustment times. The segments you incorporated into your new being include those from your past, present, and future. At the moment, your past and present segments are somewhat stymied, for they cannot understand a world without fear. Even though your past and present Earth segments are adapting, doing so is not necessarily easy. Almost as if your past and present segments are in a maze, trying one exit after another with little success. For even though the 3D fear parts have been left behind, the shadows of those fears continue to display themselves. Your future segments have no such fears or shadows. So, it is time for you to delve more deeply into your future segments. To allow your future segments to be the CEO of your being for a bit as your totality adjusts. After birth, humans require a few years to adapt to 3D Earth life. Earth birth is a process of adjusting from a universal being to a 3D human. You are now shifting from 3D human to universal being. You are letting go of your 3D being while adjusting to your new Earth angel hybrid. Such requires different skills, thoughts, and actions than was true in 3D. It is time for you to turn this birthing process over to your future selves. For your past and present selves are too enmeshed in fear memories to accept and understand new you. Such does not mean you are terrible, for better understanding and accepting fear than love and joy, but instead that you are not just used to doing so. Your future self segments are. So allow those future segments to take over for the next few days or even weeks, and rest your past and present segments as you do so. Throughout this transition, your past and present self segments have been working overtime. They are not needed for this next phase. In truth, they would muddy the waters. Push the hold button on your past and present and open yourself up to your future. For fear is no longer a required element. Love and joy are paramount, something that has not been true of Earth before now. Relax and rest, knowing that your future segments have this, easily and effortlessly. For what is fear but that you are not good enough, or right, or know how to do something? Your future self knows that such is not true, and never has been. You en masse once wanted to explore fear. You no longer wish to do so. So it is, your future selves will complete this phase for you. So be it. Amen.